Here's me. My name is Allison, and today we are going to be discussing my May TBR. I don't usually set TBRs for myself because I tend not to stick to them. My May TBR is a short one. If I set myself a small TBR, maybe I will stick to it better, easier, more willingly. But yeah, let's get into it. You can probably already tell that I had no idea what I was going to say in this video. But anyway, let's get on to the first book that we're going to talk about, and that's Chocolat by Joanne Harris. This is for the Buzzword Readathon Reading Challenge, whatever it's called. I don't know. And May's buzzword is flavors, and I thought this would count, so I'm gonna go with it. And it's pretty short, and I read Honeycomb last year and I really loved it, so maybe I'll love this too. So yeah, that's the first book on the list. And the next one we're gonna get into is a reread. It's a reread I do every year, sometimes twice a year. In May. I don't read it twice in May. I usually read it in May and then maybe sometimes in the fall too because I feel like it. But yeah. Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle. This is the first time I'm gonna read it in this beautiful edition, so I'm very excited. I haven't looked at all the illustrations yet, and I'm very excited to look at those, but I will be taking very thorough notes, and hopefully I will be doing a video on just this book alone sometime in the future. I plan to. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on this in comparison to the movie, although don't worry, I'm not gonna hate on the movie too much, just a little bit. But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle in May, because I read it every May. Anyway, moving on. So those were the two biggest priorities of the month. I don't know, I do air quotes a lot. I don't know why I do that. Ignore them. Anyway, yeah, those were the two biggest priority reads of the month, and we will move on to the other reads I hope to get to. Okay, so moving on. The next book I hope to get to in May. I mean, this is not the order I'm going to be reading them in. I probably picked them up in all sorts of different order, but the next one on the list is the fourth book in the Witcher saga, The Tower of Swallows. I've been challenging myself to read all of the Witcher books before the new season comes out because I want to know why why certain things happened. But yeah, Witcher. Have I been enjoying the series? Sometimes. For the most part, it's just okay. But yeah, hopefully this story's gonna be picking up. It picked up for a little bit in book 2, and then I was mostly bored during book 3, but yeah, book 4. Moving on. The Dawn of Yang Chen by F.C. Yee. Yeah, I haven't read this one yet. And the next book in the Yang Chen duology comes out in June or July, sometime this summer, I think. So I thought it was a good time to get to this one. I was saving it for when the next one was soon to come out because when I read the Kyoshi books, I read the first one like right when it came out, and then I forgot everything that happened when the second book came out, and I was completely lost when I was reading it. So yeah, Dawn of Yang Chen, I'm gonna read it soon, hopefully in May, before the next one comes out. Alright, and the last book on the list, I told you it was a short TBR. The shorter the better in my opinion, because yeah. Anyway, last book on my TBR for May is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. This one has been on my TBR for a really long time. I got this for Christmas last year. Yeah, and I was looking at my TBR shelf the other day and I said, oh, I should probably get to that soon so I can read the sequel. The sequel is already out, I know that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember what this is about. For the most part, I don't read synopses or descriptions of books or anything. I don't know, I just grab books, I guess. But yeah, yeah. River Enchanted. I don't know what it's about. Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. Who knows? The last book on my TBR. I mean, there's probably a couple audiobooks that I could get to in May if I feel up to reading an audiobook. I know there's one, I do have the audiobook for, what's it called? The Priory of the Orange Tree sequel, A Day of Fallen Night. I do have the audiobook for that. Here's a picture. The book is over there. I should have grabbed it. I mean, it's a pretty long audiobook, so I don't know if I will get through it. But with those books, I like to read along while I'm listening. So I probably won't get to that in May. With this stack of books here, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 5 books is kind of a lot for me to get through in a month. So we will see. Usually I get to 5 or 6 books at the most. I mean, occasionally I'll read maybe 8 books a month, but yeah. So yeah, that's my May TBR. I don't know if anything will get added to it. I don't know how quickly I will move through these books. And you know, maybe these books will be pushed into different months and I'll be reading different things in May instead. Yeah, I mean, the 2 ones that are set in stone for next month are Howl's Moving Castle and Chocolat. So yeah. That's my May TBR. The 5 books I intend to read in May. That's it. That's the video. Nice short one. You don't have to suffer through listening to my voice for very long. But yeah. The next video to go up will probably be my my March and April wrap-up. I'm going to be doing my wrap-ups in 2-month segments, so there'll be 6 videos throughout the year with the reading wrap-ups. Because I tend to only read a few books a month, I figured it'd probably be better just to do 2 months at once, and that way I'm not just talking about like 4 books at a time, because that's not very exciting. So yeah, my next video going up, it'll probably be going up a little late, probably later in the first week of May, because I won't be home in the beginning of the week. But yeah, always, you know, leave a comment if you want. What are you intending to read in May? Are any of these books on your TBR? Do you want to read Howl's Moving Castle in May with me? Come on, we can read it together. I mean, I don't know when exactly I'm going to be reading it, but I'll be reading it. But anyway, yeah, look forward to that Howl's Moving Castle video. I don't know when I will get to it, but like I said, I am plan to make very thorough notes throughout my reading process, because I have a lot of thoughts, and if I write some notes, maybe the video won't be just me talking gibberish the entire time, and maybe it'll make sense. So yeah, that's the goal, to make a video of a Howl's Moving Castle that actually makes sense, and that's just not me like spewing words at you. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you want to. It'll all be appreciated. And that's that. Anyway, yeah, have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.